I hope everyone had a fantastic Black Friday, and for the Americans down there, a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am enjoying a little bit of my Black Friday purchases. Um, I was very fortunate once upon a time to inherit a whole bunch of tools from my grandfather when he moved into an old age home. And one thing about old mechanics is they have lots and pieces of tools because pieces break here and pieces break there. And one of the things I got a lot of is sockets from him. And one thing when you're not really organized on it, you're kind of going through a million pieces. And he would have been organized, but I just didn't maybe get the pieces that help keep it organized from him at the time. Um, but I went out and I purchased a whole bunch of these nice little containers in order to organize them a little bit better. And I know there's a lot of excess just due to the fact that um, sockets break from time to time, especially when you're a mechanic and you're, using them all the time, and you're going to get a really hard bolt here or there or whatever. And just over time that they are going to crack. So I knew for a fact that I had incomplete sets, but I also knew I had a lot of the socket. So I bought basically enough to do at least 3 full sets of sockets just so I could organize them. And I bought these nice handy dandy guys, which is what a lot of guys just use in general, basically, so I can put them on here and kind of keep them organized. But I bought this for more so for the excess. So I bought these guys, which have a nice little magnet underneath it, which is fantastic. And it also kind of keeps them in from both sides, which is really nice. They're actually meant so you can actually hang them on the side of a toolbox if you want to instead of inside it, which is really, really nice. So these are kind of be my primary ones just because it's so nice to walk up and see the big numbers on them and know exactly what I needed. But I also really wasn't sure what I have and what I don't have. I did have an aunt that gave me a set when I was a young man. I don't even know if I was a teenager yet. I might have got it for probably around my 13th birthday, so when I became a teenager. Um, and that set is mostly still really good and intact, but it also is a lot of metric, which yeah, Canadians we use metric, but because a lot of our tools and a lot of our parts come from the States, it's more often than not I'm going to use the imperial system versus the metric system. So my metric stuff is like in top notch shape because I've barely used them in all those years, whereas some of my imperial has broken. So, anyways, I've been doing the process of sorting out all of my sockets, and this is just one full on extra that I have. So, if I ever break these guys, and again, these are all the metrics that I have a complete perfect excess set that I'm not really necessarily using, but if I ever broke one of the others, it's nice to have a spare. So we'll be keeping that just an organized manner now. So, anyways, in short, I hope everyone had a wonderful Black Friday, and I hope you get to enjoy some of your self purchased gifts and toys as I am. And anyways, back to sorting. And as I had 2 sets of both metric and imperial plus the extras, there's a set inside and outside, and they stick very nicely to these cabinets. Check out my other Black Friday purchase as I unbox a 360 camera.